Hey guys, welcome back to another BMW 12.0 challenge track guide. It's week 2 in season 3 2020. We are at another staple of iRacing road tracks here. We're at Okayama, hopefully a track that you're already somewhat familiar with, having come up through the MX5 series. We have got a little bit more work to do here than before. There's a little bit more challenging corners. We've got a really tight hairpin. We've got a really loose right-hander and long sweeping turns. There's a lot of work to do. I think we'll be okay. I've managed to just break into the 137s. There's definitely a bit more time to be earned. But I think if you're in the 37s, you're onto a winner. I think the real alien fast guys are going to get right down towards the lower 37s. But good luck here this week. Don't forget, if you want to download my ghost car for this track guide, you can just go to findingspeed.com/BMW 12, and for every single week you can see my guide, you can download my ghost car, load it up into a test session, and practice with me, and maybe even hopefully beat me. Let me know how you get on in the comments, if it's been any help, if there's anything else I can do to make it better. Otherwise, best of luck to you, and with any luck, I'll see you on the track. Cheers. Alright guys, here we go with our 137.97 here at Okayama. We are just crossing the line, we're looking to the left for the braking point. We want to start braking just as we go under the bridge. Take no notice of the shadows can move just by the 100 board. We're braking pretty heavily, down from top gear down to third, and we are going to start our turn in around about just before the building on the left, and we're looking to keep it pretty tight onto the inside of the apex here. We're going to do this in third, and you can notice we're doing a lot of steering right now, and as we come back onto the accelerator we are really quickly unravelling the wheel, and we actually went a little bit far here. We oversteered a bit, so we were correcting. We've come out about 2/3 of the way over to the left. Now we're heading over to the right. Just before we get to the green on the right hand side of the track here, we are going to brush the brakes and start our turn into the left. And as we do so, we're looking up around the corner at the red and white curbing on the inside. Brushing the brakes, barely touching them, gradually increasing our turning angle here. And as soon as we're nicely on the curbing, or right next to the curbing, we can start to accelerate. And we're straightening up the wheel as we do so, because if we don't, we're going to lose the back end and we're going to overshoot the corner. So we want to make sure we do a lot of our steering as we're coming into the corner, and then we're straightening up on exit so we can get that hammer down. So we're making the route around the course here, and then we're looking to the 100 sign on the left, and we're going to brake heavily down into third, and we're going to stay over to the left hand side of the track for now before we make our dive in once we're down to third to the inside apex. So we're down into third, we're starting our turn in now. We want to keep it tight to this apex. We want to hit this area of dirt on the grass there. That's the apex point. You can see a lot of cars have travelled over there. Again, we're getting a lot of our steering done here. And then as we're looking to get back on the gas, we light on the gas and then put the hammer down. But we do keep our steering angle to the right. Now we must be really careful, because if we steer too much here with the accelerator down, our back end is going to turn. We're going to do a donut. So we must be very, very light on the steering angle. Hence why we want to get all that steering done beforehand. So we're just going to speed down through the straight here. And we're keeping the car over to the left. And when it comes to the next braking zone, this is going to be the heaviest braking zone. We're going to brake over 90% here. We're looking for the 100 board, but before that, just where there's a little break in the fencing there, where there's a support in the fencing, that is our braking spot. We do not want to miss it. We need to brake super, super heavy here. All the way down into second. Now we're not taking a wide entry here. We're turning in now reasonably early. We want to make use of the angle of the track here to help us turn. Still braking, we're barely touching the brake, we're right on the apex, we can't be any tighter. Now we're accelerating 50-60%, then 100%. We're unraveling the wheel really quickly. A little bit of a steering adjustment there, and then we're braking and turning here and then dabbing the brake again if we do to hit the apex. Accelerate out to the right. Now you can use a lot of the right hand side, even some of the dirt there, without catching a 1x. And then we're doing exactly the same again. We're braking and turning, just brushing the brakes. We're getting right onto this onside edge and onto the gas as quick as we can. And we're just limiting our steering angle on exit so that we don't turn the car too much. We don't want to get any more oversteer. Keeping the car over to the right. And we're going to brake reasonably heavily here, just as we're coming up to the 50 board. We're going to take it back down to second again, and we want to catch this apex tight. It's a very, very tight left this. We want to keep it tight, and then we can accelerate out quickly as we can. So we've done enough of our braking here. Now we're on the gas, and we're using enough gas to help the car continue to turn. Pushing it up to third very, very briefly, braking here. Again, just a dab on the brake, and then we're dragging the brakes round as we keep it as tight to this apex as we can. And then when we're about halfway round, we're dropping the accelerator 50, 60, 70%. And then once we can get that steering angle round enough, we're at 100% on the gas and up to third quickly, because second gear runs out of steam really quickly here. No brake necessary here, but just after the building on the left, turning in, we're catching it just the edge of the red curbing in fourth. And then at the end of the green curbing on the left, we're going to dab the brake for a short while, go to the end of this sort of green and brown sort of muddy area on the left here, and then we're down into third, we're turning in, catching the apex, straightening up the wheel, putting the hammer down, unraveling nice and slowly. Another small steering correction there from me. There we have it. That is our 137.79. I hope this guide was useful. If it was, please do consider giving the video a like. Please do consider subscribing. Hit that little bell and you'll get an update every time I go live on my live stream or I launch a new video. So thanks guys, best of luck to you. Let us know how you get on in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Cheers.